Have you ever wondered what it's like to be completely isolated in a foreign country for 6 months, to confront your strengths, your weaknesses, and everything in between? Well, let me give you a summary of how that was for me. Hey everyone, it's Darren here. So for half a year, I found myself alone in a beautiful place. It was honestly quite breathtaking, and that was Gran Canarias. So for the people that don't know or haven't watched episode 1, I moved to the Canaries to focus on my business and my character development. So today, I'm going to be diving into the biggest lessons that being in complete solitude taught me and how they've redefined my present. Every single night while I was there, I would always challenge myself with a very simple question. And that was a question that I discovered from reading Seneca. And that was, what weakness did I overcome today? And what virtue did I discover? And it was this journey of understanding my strengths and my weaknesses, really just challenging that face on and head on. And the beauty of it was that my resilience became very clear. I had a lot of faith in my path, and I still do. However, I realized that this call for discipline was, that was required at the time, even today, just to carry out the things that I said that I would. It was constantly testing me. So what I found was that 2 weeks of focus and hard work, it would eventually always lead to this burning desire for a break. And for me, gaming was that break in particular. But it often meant a full week of diminished productivity. And as you all know, for the people that have been following me at least, this was one of my biggest challenges. But at the same time, with every single lapse, every single time I ended up playing and took 2-3 days of just like zoning out, every single time I came back, I became stronger. I learned from it. For each time I understood what triggered it. And it's funny though, because at the time, it felt like this constant inner debate between immediate desires, but then also long-term goals. And this internal struggle wasn't just about making decisions, it was about forging character. You see, for me, or at least in general, I think discipline isn't just about doing what you should, it's about doing it especially when you don't feel like it. So now I have a lot less resistance doing the things that I have to do. I found this perfect balance where I will go 13 days of hard focus, doing my routines, waking up on time, fully locked in. And then on the 14th day, a full cycle break. And this is where I go loose on junk food, social activities, hiking, or some other fun activity. And games, almost entirely gone. Most of the time, gaming right now is a choice that I make, not a compulsion. I can find time playing FIFA with, some of my friends or a quick little game on the phone, but the games no longer rule my time like they used to. It's just a thing that I choose to do if I feel like it, but they don't make me go into this junkie mode where I feel the urge and the compulsion to play for days on end. And it was really in quiet moments that the power and importance of self-discipline became undeniably clear, especially if I wanted to achieve what I did. So that has been a massive lesson for me, and understanding discipline and really becoming more disciplined. So discipline really is the one thing that has taught me how to be more consistent over time. Now, another lesson that being in isolation, that I learned during isolation, is that it's not about leaving behind old friends or cutting people out of your life, but it's consciously choosing to surround yourself with people that help you grow, right? People that add fuel to that fiery, burning desire inside of you. And by talking about the things that you are passionate about and that you are interested in, especially when it comes to improving yourself, your business, and your life in general, you'll see that growth. Because ultimately, you become a reflection of the people that you surround yourself with. And for me, it's a reminder that the conversations that we engage in, they shape our thoughts, they shape our aspirations, and most importantly, our actions. If you constantly talk to people that only discuss drinking, who fucked who, what's on the news, which most of it is propaganda, your mind will be fully focused on these things. They'll be controlled by things that are, for the majority of the time, not relevant to your well-being and your growth. Now, my life moving forward is going to be laser focused. It's going to be very focused on the business, on my health and personal growth. All the money that I make is going to go back into the business, so, not luxury. So I'm full on bootstrapping here. And I told myself, I am not going to spend money on fancy clothes or a nice apartment or expensive dinner. No, it's a choice to be different, to seek more than the ordinary. And that unconventional journey, which consists of, discipline, gym sessions, runs, meditations, continuous learning, and hard work, these are the things that is going to make me into the person that I want to become in my later years. And so, again, I'm giving up a lot of the normal behavior that most people have, where, they focus on just a regular career. They go to work, they come home, and then they relax, and they drink on the weekends. And I'm not going to do any of that. Because missing a single day of work, or a single day of gym, or whatever it is, while that single day might seem trivial, it's the mindset behind that missed day that's a lot more telling there. So, to summarize, my time in the Canaries wasn't just about sunsets and beaches, but it was more about a profound journey inward. I've learned that true freedom is impossible without a mind made free by discipline. And it taught me to value progress over time, and it truly set the tone for the time moving forward. Most people today are too impatient. They want results today, and it's like, well, we're going to live until we're 80, 90, 100, who knows, with our technology, maybe even later. But it's about figuring out, what can you do today, and who are you? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And it's like Carl Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So with that, thank you for joining me today. And if you found value in my story and you want to keep following this, consider subscribing and liking. And until next time. Oh, and don't forget, keep pushing your boundaries. Thank you. Bye-bye.